Hi, I'm Rima Carr.
And I'm Rula Barlas.
Welcome to another episode of Omni Culture.
It's a show that looks at various communities and cultures and celebrates their diversity.
On today's show, we take a look inside the growing multicultural tapestry reflected in our libraries and experience Portuguese schools.
Right. We also attend Family Literacy Night and visit an age-old Punjabi wedding custom. And I interview the creator of JaneFinch.com.
So stay with us for interesting interviews and features from our diverse neighborhoods.
With us in studio today is the creator of the JaneFinch.com website, Paul Nguyen. He uses the power of the media to empower and promote the Jane Finch youth in a positive manner. He has transformed this grassroots project into a national success story, with a commitment to providing a unified voice to the community of the Jane Finch area. Paul has received high praise for his fight against racism from political leaders such as the previous Minister of Multiculturalism, Dr. Hetty Fry, and former Prime Minister of Canada, Joe Clark. As the director of JaneFinch.com, Paul oversees all major website operations and publishes multimedia content for Jane and Finch's large global audience. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So when did you initiate this project?
I started this website about almost 2 years ago, back in March 2004. And, you know, it started as a small project. It wasn't even a website. It was more of a homepage.
Really?
And I decided, actually, I wanted to learn about the history of this place where I grew up. And I dug around the internet looking for information, and I was surprised that I couldn't find anything. So I figured, why don't, you know, I be the first person to start maybe a website dedicated to my community. And that's how it all began.
Great. So is the youth sort of in the community your inspiration for this, or? Well,
I mean, growing up as a youth in Jane and Finch, you know, I had a good childhood there actually, and me and my best friend Mark, all we did was just shoot home movies, making little skits and stuff in the Jane Finch area. So I figured, you know, why don't I combine, you know, my interests, which is video production, and combine that with a website and have basically create a voice for the residents to, you know, have something to have a way to express themselves.
That's really good. Yeah, and I noticed on the website actually that there's a lot of chat forums, there's a history link, there's, well, there's quite a bit. There's art, there's poetry. So it must be nice to have a voice for the community.
Yeah, basically we're trying to be like kind of like the Bible of Jane Finch. So everything you want to know about Jane and Finch, you can find there. If you want to know about the history, if you want to talk to someone or make connections with actual residents, you can just have discussions in the forum of local events. And all sorts of things. We have a photo gallery and music videos. That's what we're known for.
Yeah.
And all sorts of information, even job postings and things like that.
Oh, that's great. Now, I've seen some of the videos, too. For those who say that you've kind of, that maybe some of the videos with Chuck Yakins, maybe that they sort of feed right into the stereotype of what's expected of the area. How do you respond to that?
Well, we have received a few concerns from people regarding that kind of material, but you know what I say, it's the exact same thing as you see, you know, on primetime television or on, you know, Much Music or things like that. And basically, my stance is the website is for the community, and that includes everyone, whether, you know, whatever their background. We don't discriminate against anyone, and it's a voice for the community. So if someone has something to say, I don't feel like I have the right to censor that. So whether it's art, or music videos, then that artist has the right to say what they want, and JaneFinch.com provides a voice for them. So we basically want to provide a full spectrum and have a balanced view of the area.
Okay.
But our goal is to promote in a positive way, indeed.
That's good. Well, you offer a lot of resources there, too. I noticed that there's resources as far as jobs, you know, if you're looking for professional development sites and whatnot. So that's really good, too. And plus, there's a forum for people to talk about issues that concern them in the community and feature artwork, their artwork, or how they feel about the community, which is good. So now I understand that it's just yourself and Mark Sims.
Yeah,
that run it.
It's actually just two guys running it, you know, in some basement apartment. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, we just run it, and basically we get a lot of other people to contribute and to volunteer, because me and Mark, we can't humanly do everything ourselves. And if we did everything ourselves, we'd be doing a sucky job at, you know, each little thing. So we have people like who specialize in editing, or they do graphics, or, you know, even website design, or just helping us in any way, or even photographers out there just taking pictures of the area And we get a lot of contributions from youth residents and students. If they have artwork or if they have poetry or something, we'd love to post it up. And we're always accepting new submissions. So it's like basically a combined effort. And we're trying to get the youth involved. And you know, basically janefinch.com is a great way to express themselves. So if they have anything they want to say or show off, just email it to me and I'll post it up right away.
Okay, so you don't get any funding for this, or how does it work?
That's another myth, that people think that we're somehow funded by some mysterious corporation or the government, but actually we receive not one cent from anyone.
Wow.
So everyone who contributes to the site actually does it out of their own volunteer time and blood, sweat, and tears. And you know, me and Mark have supported this site for nearly 2 years without getting paid anything from anyone.
Wow.
So we have a few of our own video cameras and our own little computers, and we do everything at home, basically.
Right. Now I understand you're also a choreographer, and you also do some directing as well?
Yeah, I direct most of the music videos, along with Mark, because that's our thing. You know, we made home movies since we're 12, 13-year-old kids. So
you have a lot of experience.
Yeah, experience shooting movies like that, you know. And basically, we direct and edit as well. And but now we're trying to expand and have more of the youth to do that, and we want to teach them how to do that because we want to have a lot of different shows going on the website and have more programming for it.
Great. So what do you sort of foresee for the future with this website? Where do you want it to go from here?
Well, I mean, right now it's just a community site, but we want to expand. And you know, I know Jane Finch there's a lot of stereotypical views, especially in the media. And so what we're trying to do and how we're trying to combat that is by creating our own media. So I'd like to announce that we're going to open a new website, which will be called janefinch.tv.
Oh.
And that will be a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing where you can access news, weekly news programming, entertainment shows, short pieces, and movies and music videos.
Wow.
And basically we want to expand and not just have me and Mark directing everything, but now we want to have different directors doing different things, and hopefully it will be big.
That's great. And I'm assuming it's obviously youth from the area.
Yeah, it's a Jane Finch thing, definitely.
Strictly Jane Finch.
Jane Finch thing, yeah.
Okay, that's great. Wow, so you have a lot of things on the go. How do you stay organized?
Well, I don't have a day planner. I don't have, what do you call those, PDAs?
Oh, the Palm Pilot, yeah.
It's either everything's done by email or it's all in here.
Wow.
So sometimes I do forget a few things.
True.
I think I should get organized.
It's a labor of love then.
Yeah, yeah. We're doing it because we love to. Yeah.
That's good. So you do a lot of community events as well. What are some of the things that you've been taking part in lately?
Oh, we've been invited to many community events as representatives of Jane Finch. Also, you know, visiting schools and, you know, just organizing events. Or even if a community group is doing something, they just invite us so we can give coverage to them and post it on the website or go there and shoot the event and cover it. So other people in Jane Finch can, if they don't have the time to go there, they can watch what happened on the web.
On the web. See, using the power of the internet.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
That's great. Yeah. So what are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, aside from the janefinch.tv.
Aside from, yeah.
You know, Mark and I, we're planning more projects. We want to do a Degrassi type show. Oh. Also, I'm working on a full-length motion picture, and we have some writers working on that. So basically, we want to expand and, you know, kind of create almost like an industry within Jane Finch, because there's so many stories to be told there and so much stuff that's going on, and so many different kinds of people with stories to tell. So we figured that that's a great place to, you know, just to start an industry there and have like a little Hollywood in Jane Finch.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my plan. That's my dream. So, you know, we'll see that in a few years, hopefully.
That's great. So for people who are interested in maybe getting involved, what should they do?
Well, if they want to get involved, they can either email me directly. My email is on the website. Also, they can call me. My phone number is there. Well, my cell number is on the website. And they're free to call, and we can discuss things. If they have an idea or proposal, they can just send it to me an email, and we'll definitely look into it. And we just want to meet people and make new connections, because we're really open to new ideas, and we just want to expose Jane Finch and let people get to know the real Jane Finch residents and how we really are. In
a positive way.
Definitely.
Well, like you said, you grew up there all your life, and it's been positive for you, and I'm sure for a lot of people as well. But there's that misconception, I think, that, you know. We
have real Jane Finchers doing the website. It's 100% Jane Finch product. 100%, yeah.
That's great. Well, I wish you the best of luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on today. So if you'd like to learn more about Paul and his project, you can check out his website. And stay tuned after the break. Rima will be talking about Portuguese language schools. We'll be right back.